Now, we've talked about the Cho tradition in the past, and we've also talked about their different compositions for refuge fields. But I want to just draw your attention to painting number 223. And this painting is really the most important from an educational point of view. It's the most important Cho tradition refuge field painting. Now, don't confuse it with a refuge tree, because refuge tree doesn't exist. The actual word is field. It's a confusion with Westerners not understanding properly Tibetan language some decades ago and not understanding Tibetan spelling. So the proper name is a field for the accumulation of merit. And what that means is it means you're visually depicting the Buddhas, the teachers, the deities, the Dharmapalas, the protectors, and the wealth deities, and all the different meditational deities that are important for a tradition. Then that is called a field for the accumulation of merit, because that's basically all of one's sources of refuge in Buddhism, and not a tree. Now, as you can see with this painting, we have a small white figure at the very center, standing with two figures on either side. I believe one of the figures is possibly one of her teachers, and then the other figure is her son. I would have to look a little closer. And then below that are we also have different teachers in the second row. It appears we have bodhisattva type figures right below her, and then in the middle row we have different teachers, and then in the bottom row we have the special protector deities of the Cho tradition. Now, directly above we have the Buddhas and Prajnaparamita and the five Buddha families and consorts, and then below that we have the historical Shakyamuni Buddha surrounded by Arhats and Pratyeka Buddhas, and then on the far left we have Padampa Sangye, who is said to be really the fountainhead or the founder for the Shiche tradition of Tibet. And some books actually say he invented, or he was developed the framework for the Cho practice, the severance practice, and Machik just really filled it out. Other texts will say that Machik invented it in Tibet, and it's a completely Tibetan creation. So, but on the far left side, we have Padampa Sangye surrounded by various Indian teachers and Tibetan teachers, and we can even recognize who some of them are, because the real importance of this painting is because there's inscriptions with every figure, so we can identify all of the teachers surrounding Padampa Sangye. We can identify all of the figures underneath Machik Labdrön. And on the very far right side, we have a form of Vajrayogini surrounded by all different types of retinue figures that relate to the Cho practice of severance. And then directly below the throne, we have four figures, and those are the four kings of the four directions coming out of Shravakayana Buddhism, or foundational Buddhism. And then at the bottom right and bottom left, then again we have some additional protectors, such as Rahula, and we have a red Tsen deity riding a horse next to Rahula. Rahula is the maroon figure on the bottom left with the 9 heads, 4 arms, and a serpent body. And then again over on the right side we have 2 additional Tibetan worldly protectors. And on the Rahula and the other Tsen deity on the left are also worldly Tibetan. The enlightened protectors are in the bottom row beneath the Machik Labdrön figure, white, 1 face, 2 arms, and the wisdom protectors are on the throne, which is supported by white billowing clouds. So The reason this is important is because everything has an inscription, so it's a wonderful document for learning and following through when reading the books about Cho or Padampa Sangye and the Shiche movement and the practices. You can get an understanding of who all the characters are, or the deities, or what the figures in the initiation, what they look like, and how they're depicted. So we'll leave it there. You can press like, you can subscribe, you can join HAR on Patreon. You can join HAR on Patreon as a donor, or you can join for free also. And there are some free videos and news announcements on Patreon to do with Himalayan art resources. And you can also make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan art resources.